Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone never will. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect out here pushing his truth and sincerity. The water for y'all do. We love you, appreciate you, to the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Shalom. It's your brother Dawad here again. I don't want my mean the Lord's will. Get here to give you an edifying lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right. In our last video, we did an overview of 1 Samuel chapter 3 and 4. So now we're going to start off at 5 and just bust into it. And without further ado, man, just jump into it. All right, so this is first, yeah, okay, just kind of land back really quick to, and remember in the first 4 chapters, we had some key points, man. Also, so Elkanah had had 2 wives, right? So he wasn't. We established he wasn't going off for having 2 wives, right? One Hannah, one Peninnah, right? And Hannah was barren, Hannah was barren, and then she had Samuel because she prayed to the Lord. So that's a key point, man. Right? Prayer, right? Prayer to the Lord. We established that. We established that in those times, women, they wanted, make sure I ain't going off real quick. We established that women during that time, they wanted to have children, man. That's how it was. Now in today's day, it's more of like they want to get abortions and shit. It's a burden to them. But back then it was like that was like the highest honor a female could have was to be married to an Israelite king, and first and foremost, serve the Most High, right? And then be married to an Israelite man, all right, and then having children, man. Those are like important things, man. She wanted to please the Most High, and bear sons, man. Mainly sons, man. Not saying that women are important, but mainly sons, man. Because Israelite man is a king. All right, so we went through that. Then the priest Eli, he was taken out. Him and his family were all taken out because, not saying he was wicked per se, but his sons were wicked, and he knew, and he didn't restrain them. So the Most High was upset with that. And then Samuel grew and ministered into the children of Israel for the Lord. All right. So now Samuel, now he's which is Hannah's son, right? She couldn't bear children, and now she has a son that's the man of the Lord, and it's him that's in Eli's place now. So 1 Samuel chapter 5 verse 1, it says, and then Israel went to war with the Philistines, right? So it says, and the Philistines took to the ark of the Heavenly Father and brought it from Ebenezer unto Ashdod. When the Philistines took the ark of power, they brought it into the house of Dagon and set it by Dagon. And Dagon is a fish god, right? So Dagon's a fish god. He usually has people sometimes like the Roman Catholicism. They have their their high priests or whatnot, right? And they'll have like a hat on, and it'll be like in the shape of a fish mouth. It's like extremely tired here. Yeah. So that's Dagon, man, right? They worship Dagon, right? That fish head. Because Dagon's a fish god, man. And you can Google that and just Google Dagon. Pull it up. Dagon, the fish god. Right? And Philistines worship that, right? Because, because really Esau, he even steals the gods of the other nations, right? It's a Philistine god, man, Dagon. But, that they even worship him today. It says, and when they of Ashdod arose early on the morrow, behold, Dagon was fallen upon his face to the earth before the ark of the Lord, and they took Dagon and set him in his place. Right, so the Most High is starting to catch wreck on these niggas for touching the Ark of the Covenant and putting it next to abominable things. It says, and when they arose early on the morrow, morning, behold, Dagon was fallen upon his face to the ground before the ark of the Lord. And the head of Dagon and both the palms of his hands were cut off upon the threshold. Only the stump of Dagon was left of him. And that's symbolic of what's going to happen to America, man. It's going to be destroyed. Only the stump left thereof, right? A big land of sand, because it's going to be turned into a deserted habitation, man, right? Verse 5, therefore neither the priests of Dagon nor any that come into Dagon's house tread on the threshold of Dagon and Ashdod until this day. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, like I said, that's what's going to happen, man, because all these so-called gods are going to be taken down. Chesro Borgia, right? Allah, Buddha, right? All these so-called gods, these false idols, man, they're going to be destroyed, man. It said, verse 6, but the hand of the Lord was heavy upon them of Ashdod, and he destroyed them and smote them with emerods, even Ashdod and the coasts thereof. And when the men of Ashdod saw that it was so, they said, the ark of God of Israel shall not abide with us, for his hand is sore upon us, and upon Dagon our power, or our God, Salakia, our false power. They sent therefore and gathered all the lords of the Philistines unto them, and said, What shall we do with the ark of the God of Israel? And they answered, Let the ark of the God of Israel be carried about unto Gath. And they carried the ark of God of Israel about thither. And it was so that after they had carried it about, the hand of the Lord was against the city with a very great destruction. And he smote the men of the city, both small and great, and they had hemorrhoids in the secret parts, right? Yeah, so the Most High struck them with hemorrhoids, right, in their ass. Therefore they sent the ark of power to Ekron, and it came to pass, as the ark of God came to Ekron, that the Ekronites cried out, saying, They have brought about the ark of the God of Israel to us to slay us and our people. So they sent and gathered together all the lords of the Philistines and said, Send away the ark of the God of Israel, and let it go again to his own place, that it slay us not and our people. For there was a deadly destruction throughout all the city. The hand of God was very heavy there, and the men that died not, were smitten with the emerods, and the cry of the city went up to heaven. Yeah, they getting goddamn tortured, man. You know, the power of the Lord, man. You see, it said it's heavy upon them. It's goddamn these different cities, wherever that the Ark of Covenant of the Most High was at, and if it wasn't in the sacred land, man, you know, Most High was goddamn cursing that land and everyone around it and everyone on it. You know, that's what you don't want, man. Them curses are bad, man. Like, you know, our people to this day cannot get over the curses, man. To this day, we are fucked up with the curses, man. All right, my people are destroyed, man. All right, it said verse 1 Samuel chapter 6:1, and the ark of the Lord was in the country of the Philistines 7 months, and the Philistines, so damn 7 months, it was getting tortured, man, and harassed. Then the Philistines called for the priests and the diviners, saying, What shall, I believe diviners like a spiritual, like a demonic spiritual person, warlock, right? Diviner. To practice divination, diviner of nations, Balaam, the false prophets of Israel, prohibited. Yeah, so they probably were doing black magic, these diviners. Saying, What shall we do to the ark of the Lord? Tell us wherewith we shall send it to his place. And they said, If ye send away the ark of the God of Israel, send it not empty, but in any wise return him a trespass offering. Then ye shall be healed, and it shall be known to you why his hand is not removed from you. Then said they, What shall be the trespass offering which we shall return to him? They answered, 5 golden emerods and 5 golden mice, according to the number of the lords of the Philistines. For one plague was was on you all, and you and on your lords. Wherefore ye shall make images of your emerods and images of your mice that mar the land, and ye shall give glory unto the power of Israel. Peradventure he will lighten his hand from off you, and from off your gods, and from off your land. And I believe it because it was 5 cities. That's why it's going to be 5 golden emerods and 5 golden mice, because the Ark of the Covenant was in 5 cities, and the Most High destroyed 5 cities, man. It was so they want to give them according to the number of those cities that, if I'm not mistaken, that the Ark of the Covenant went to, where they tried to hold the Ark of the Covenant at for such a brief moment, because each time they try to hold it in that city, but that city was goddamn destroyed. It says, wherefore then do ye harden your hearts as the Egyptians, and Pharaoh hardened their hearts when he had wrought wonderfully among them. Did they not let the people go, and they departed? See, so they heard about all the things that the Most High did already, man, to Egypt. You gotta remember, this is a long time ago. They heard about that. It was more potent in their hearts. Now people forget. Everyone forgets that the Most High done great works, man, and flooded the whole world at one point. These great works, man. People forget, man. They don't know how powerful the Most High is, man, but they're gonna find out very soon. Right? It says, now therefore make a new cart, and take 2 milch kine, on which there hath come no yoke, and tie the kine to the cart, and bring their calves home from them, and take the ark of the Lord, and lay it upon the cart, and put the jewels of the gold, which ye return him for a trespass offering, and a coffer by the side thereof, and send it away, that it may go, and see if it goeth up by the way of his own coast to Beth Shemesh. Then he hath done us this great evil. But if not, then we shall know that it is not his hand that smote us. It was a chance. It was a chance that happened to us, right? Really, because they really didn't want to keep the thing, man. They want to keep the thing. They're like, man, this could be a coincidence, man. They really wanted to keep it, man. Being wicked as hell, right? It says, and the men did so, and took 2 milch kine, and tied them to the cart, and shut up their calves at home. And they laid the ark of the Lord upon the cart, and a coffer with the mice of gold, and the images of their emerods. And the kine took the straight way to the way of Beth Shemesh, and went along the highway, lowing as they went, and turned not aside to the right hand or to the left. And the lords of the Philistines went after them unto the border of Beth Shemesh, and they were hastily to get rid of that thing, man. Right? And the Most High wasn't playing, man. They was like, man, let's just hurry up and just go straight there, man. The quickest way to between 2 points is going straight. Right? It says, and they of Beth Shemesh were reaping their wheat harvest in the valley, and they lifted up their eyes and saw the ark, and rejoiced to see it. And the cart came into the field of Joshua, a Bethshemite, and stood there where there was a great stone. And they clave the wood of the cart, and offered the kine and burnt offering unto the Lord. And the Levites took down the ark of the Lord, and the coffer that was with it, wherein the jewels of gold were, and put them on the great stone. And the men of Beth Shemesh offered burnt offerings and sacrifices to the same day unto the Lord. And when the 5 lords of the Philistines had seen it, they returned to the Ekron the same day. All right, so the 5 lords of the Philistines, not 5 cities. So I might be mistaken. It was just 5 lords. Right. It says, and these are the golden emerods which the Philistines returned for a trespass offering unto the Lord, for Ashdod 1, for Gaza 1, for Askelon 1, for Gath 1, and Ekron 1. So it was 5 cities. So it's 5 lords and 5 cities, right? And the golden mice, according to the number of all the cities of Philistines belonging to the 5 lords, both the fenced cities and the country's villages, even unto the great stone of Abel, whereon they set down the ark of the Lord, which stone remaineth unto his day, in the field of Joshua the Bethshemite. So the 5 cities that were in the Ark of Covenant, where the Ark of the Covenant had landed, was first Ashdod, and I believe that's where uh, Dagon was taken down. Right? It says Gaza, Ascalon, Gath, and Ekron. All right, something like that. You might want to write those down if you doing to remember those. Just maybe put it somewhere in your notes. It's good to know that. So Ashdod, Gaza, Ascalon, Gath, and Ekron. Those are the 5 cities, right? And that's why they had to give 5 the emeralds, golden emeralds, and 5 golden mice, according to those 5 cities and the 5 lords from those cities. All right, verse 19. And he smote the men of Beth Shemesh. Oh shit. Oh, and he smote the men of Beth Shemesh because they had looked into the ark of the Lord. even he smote of the people 50,000 and 70 men, and the people lamented because the Lord has smitten many of the people with a great slaughter. Damn, the Most High jacked them up, man. Right? And it says, and the men of Beth Shemesh said, who is able to stand before his holy Lord power? And to whom shall he go up from us? And they sent messengers to the inhabitants of Kirjath Jearim, saying, the Philistines have brought again the ark of the Lord. Come ye down and fetch it up to you. Because at that time, I believe the Levites, right, and even to this day, if I'm not mistaken, the Levites are the only ones who are allowed to touch the Ark of the Covenant, right, or even look into it and things like that. Or maybe you're not even supposed to even be doing all that. It's just, handling it so that you can get it from point A to point B. And the Levites were the only ones supposed to do that. You weren't supposed to touch the Ark of the Covenant, or you would be put to death. So they all, you got these wicked niggas who know that, and they coming in. They probably want to covet it for themselves, and probably steal from it and whatnot, or steal it or whatever, because it's made of great materials and had great value. And most times like, nah, hey, take this, take this, man. You know what I'm saying? And he smoked 50,000. That's crazy. So hey, man, it behooves you to follow the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, man. All right. No matter how small or great you think the laws, statutes, commandments might be, man. All right. They did something just as look into the thing, and they were put to death. Right. So to obey is better to give sacrifice. So with that one, to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahshai Bashem Rachel double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And I don't want to wrap this out. We'll go into the next couple chapters in a little bit. All right, shalom.